What's up, YouTube? Tomoku Sadell coming at y'all with another video. Spirit of Sadell coming at y'all with another video. I want to discuss with y'all about what you are as a being on this universe, in this earth realm and shit. You as a consciousness on this planet called Earth, you are a god. You're nothing below that. You're nothing under that. You have to understand, anything that has consciousness is considered godly. That's one reason why in the Bible they say to be God-like. I only bring this up because most people in this world, like 30% in America, are Christians. You know what I'm saying? It could be 30% in the world, but I don't really understand the little terminology, the percentage shit. But that just was something I compare it to, because that's what the true representation of that shit in that book really is. But anyway, to move on, you have to understand that anything that has a mind will express all their aspects of life and their emotion to the consciousness that they have inside of this avatar. Let's say I was a fucking bird. There's not a lot of shit that I could physically do because I'm not a human, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of the aspects of my life that I can express through my body vessel and shit. Like, let's say a bird just came to me right now and shit, like, right? It could sit beside me and flap his wings. Like, it could be trying to tell me something. Like, for example, that could have been my spirit animal or some shit. I would have never known, because I'm not of that vessel in consciousness, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all have the same consciousness, but in different. In my aspects, I think we all have the same consciousness on Earth, but in different avatars and shit. Like, everything around you is God. Everything around you is God power. Everything around you is of a consciousness. Now, there's different levels of consciousness depending on the avatars and the users within it. But the thing is, we all have a consciousness, so we are all considered gods to a certain degree. Just like you can compare a cat to a dog and shit. Obviously, a cat is way more spiritual than a fucking dog, but at the same time, you have to understand that that doesn't mean that that dog is not a god as well. You know what I'm saying? I know this might come off as weird to certain people and shit, but if you look at this shit, like, look at everything that exists on this planet. If it has a brain and it can move, if it can literally think for itself, it has a consciousness. It doesn't matter what is reflecting off of it or the limitations of that consciousness. It has one, so that's what makes it a god. Now, this is my problem with Christians, any religious people. You want to call yourself something out of a book, but you're not truly understanding. Even though I'm not about to go through every book and look at the things that you want to call yourself, but you got to understand that you are higher than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not of an aspect of, okay, this is who you are. You literally are listening to one book telling you what you are, and not even taking the representation of any other ones. If there was one person that really controlled all of this shit, he wouldn't make it where everybody would be following under a whole other belief. For example, like, now, if this was all like one creator and of one consciousness and shit, why would that consciousness make it where to the point where we all are all lost in others' realities and shit? We are and we are not the same. Understand me when I say that. We are, but we are not the same. We share consciousness, but we don't share the same aspects of life. We don't share the same reality. We don't share the same manifestations. We don't share the same limitations. We don't share a lot of this shit. We are just souls of consciousness who live in different avatars that live different realities in life. And that reality, you are a god, knowing or not knowing at all. And animals are included. Anything that has a fucking brain has a consciousness. It does not matter. That soul lives inside of that body. Think about it. Another thing I want to tell you is that I'm gonna be straight up, bro. The Israelite shit. You're not a fucking Israelite, nigga. You are a glowing light, nigga. You are a son of light. You are the son of light. You know what I'm saying? You are light. Not no Israelites. Understand me when I say that. Even though they make it seem like that's so cool and all that shit, you gotta understand that you're higher than that power as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's aspects of yourself that is way bigger than that. Yeah, they compare you to a Jew and all that other shit. I get it. I understand that. But besides the limitations, besides all these labels and shit, they still are not telling you who you truly are. So something that I truly ain't, I don't want to specifically call myself, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a God. I'm not going to label down for any limitation of power by saying something that I am not. This, I don't even know if y'all can fucking see this shit, but nigga, that's what the fuck I am, nigga. When I look at myself, this is what I see of me. Cause I share the same consciousness of that damn sun that's shining on me right now. And I'm able to get even more information through that sun. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Mammals like dolphins, they feed you with vibrations to give you information. So if they can do that and they're an animal, don't you believe that they have a consciousness? Don't you believe that they have to have God? They have to be godly of a certain way, like they have godly aspects. Wouldn't you think that they would at least be considered of a representation of a God? Why are animals worshipped? Why are things with consciousness worshipped to a certain degree? Because of the level of consciousness that they have, the level of consciousness that they can tap into. You're not a God for no reason. No one will make you this fucking smart for nothing. You got to understand me when I say that. You're not this smart for no reason. And you wouldn't be dumbed down to this level of retardation for no reason. When I say that, I mean from generation to generation. They wouldn't put us that lowly for no reason. So why you think we were that smart? Why were mystery schools set up in Egypt? Why do we have to learn? Why were there schools teaching the same people like Albert Einstein and all them other niggas about all this shit? Why were they considered the smartest people if they went to mystery schools when mystery schools came from Egypt? Think about that. Think about why we made think about how mathematics add up to so much things in life. Why do you think mathematics is so damn crazy and it shows so many things about not just measurements but so much other shit? What about that mathematics is important for you to know? Understand that when I say that as well. What about that do you need to know? You understand me? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. This is what I think one of the reasons why you should know. Coordinates, you know what I'm saying? Coordinates is one of the most important things to us as humans because we have to know coordinates to understand where every event is gonna happen at. We have to know coordinates to understand where anything that's crazy or something called supernatural is going on at. We need to know coordinates to figure out where the Anunnaki is at. Where the Anunnaki will be at, you know what I'm saying? The coordinates of UFOs and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Just like we know the coordinates of the speed of light with a pyramid. We needed to know that. That's why I think mathematics and shit like that is important. Even though we invented mathematics, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why it is important. Question everything and don't accept anything. That is the very reason for living. Question everything and don't accept anything. We're at that point where we need to do that because of how lowly we failed. How lowly we have failed. If we of a higher vibration, we can tap into the vibration. You got to understand of the consciousness of thinking that we had. We didn't even have to think of to this highest degree because we knew so much already. Now we have to think to this highest amount because of the vibration and consciousness that we are living in. One thing I want to say before I leave and shit is for you to stay consistent and not to accept anything. And that a wise man will always say that he isn't right. I will be all-knowing, but I don't know anything. I will be all-knowing, but I don't know anything. That's because nothing is promised and nothing is truly explained. You will never know it until you truly know it. And then when you do know it, you don't know if you truly know it until you do know it. As crazy as that shit might sound or whatever, but you gotta You understand me when I say all of this shit? Because we need to grow, you know what I'm saying? We need to change. We need to get to a highest of consciousness. It's not weird to have these conversations with your friends. It's not weird to have these conversations with anybody that you can have this conversation with. Because we sunk so low that we need these conversations, bro. What in this life is not guaranteed? The things that they tell you through science, that they're not truly telling you all science. They're not truly telling you all of anything, bro. If you already know this country, that your country don't love you, because no country love anybody. You already know the government and the education in that country and the history and everything that do with everything that got to do with everything in your city, in your country, is a lie. Why are you still listening to it? Only thing I take about from life that is fake, I looked at it two-faced, really three-faced. I'm like, okay, you telling me this bullshit? What's inside of this bullshit that I need to learn? What are you hiding from me? That is one of the first things I say. All right, what are you hiding from me? And I try my best to find out what is truly important about that you want to keep closed and keep from being uncovered to the public, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about to holler out here, bro. I'm holler at y'all, yo. Spirit of Citadel signing out.